Assalamualaikum, hello. Today you're going to be with me, Madam Shaz, and we're going to look at listening. Now, listening is a very difficult skill that you need to acquire, because actually listening is a very busy activity. As you listen, your mind has to think real quickly to find the correct answer. So, I like to give you some tips before you start listening. Now, there are 3 things you must remember when it comes to listening. Before you listen to the extract, you need to read the questions and also the possible option answers carefully. Secondly, you have to listen to the extract carefully. Try not to understand every single word, alright? But focus on the whole message. Okay? And the third thing that you must do when answering a listening question is, when you want to choose an option, okay, don't choose an option because the word or the phrase that you heard from the text is in the answers. Okay, that is not exactly how you would like to find the answer. Okay, that is actually a distraction. So you have to be careful when you want to find the correct answer. So, before we begin, let's read the questions and the possible answers. You will hear 5 short extracts in which people are talking about the person they most admire. For questions 1 to 5, choose from the list A to G what qualities each speaker admires in the person they are describing. Use the letters only once. There are 2 extra letters which you do not need to use. Let's look at the possible answers. A. Overcoming a lack of confidence. B. Always seeing the best in people. C. Finding happiness through kindness to others. D. Being well organized and busy. E. Having the courage to follow your dreams. F. Coping well at a difficult time. G. Being patient with younger people. Now that you have read the questions and the possible answers, let's listen to the extract and try to tick the correct answer.
Unit 1. Listening. Exercise 3. Speaker 1.
The person I admire most is my Aunt Linda. She's already busy with a family and a part-time job, but in her spare time she does voluntary work, helping an old man who lives in her street. Twice a week she visits him, does his laundry, makes his dinner, and just has a nice chat with him. He says that he feels much more cheerful and positive about life since she started visiting him. And as well as helping him, it helps her too, as they both really enjoy their time together. I'm thinking about starting voluntary work too, as my Aunt Linda seems to get a lot out of it.
Speaker 2.
I'm not a very confident person, and I'm not very good at making plans. I don't have the courage to invite people to things in case they don't come. But because of this, I often end up bored and frustrated because I haven't arranged anything. My cousin, though, has always been much more confident. She's always planning activities with people, and she gets so much more out of life. Tonight she's going out for the evening. This weekend she's visiting relatives, and next week she's going away on holiday with colleagues. She's always got something going on. I really must try to be more like her.
Speaker 3.
I really admire my uncle because he wasn't afraid to make big changes in his life. He had a well-paid job in a bank, but his colleagues weren't respectful and used to gossip unkindly about him. He wasn't coping well, and in the end, he decided to do the one thing that he'd always wanted to do: give up his job and travel round the world. At the moment, he's travelling through Africa, which he loves. He hasn't made any plans yet for what to do when he gets back next month. He says he's too busy having fun, and he'll worry about that when it happens. What a great guy!
Speaker 4.
My sister works in a busy office where her colleagues sometimes get really stressed, and because of that, they are always arguing or falling out. However, my sister, who's a manager there, understands why they get upset and tries not to criticise them. She makes time to discuss their problems with them and praises the people who work hard. She says it's just part of her job, but I think it's amazing that she can see past their bad behaviour and focus on the good parts of their personalities and what they do well. I'm really proud of her for that.
Speaker 5.
One of my friends had a bad time recently because some of his classmates decided to make trouble for him and accused him of stealing. He hadn't done it, so he had nothing to feel guilty about, but it was a few days until the police proved he was innocent. I really admired the way he dealt with it, though. I would have been miserable and terrified to go out, but he stayed calm and carried on with his normal life because he doesn't believe in worrying. I wish I had his courage.
Now let's check the answers.
The quality that speaker 1 admires is C. Finding happiness through kindness to others. This is because the speaker said that it helps her too, and they both really enjoy their time together. And he also said that Aunt Linda seems to get a lot out of it.
The answer for number 2 is D. Being well organized and busy. This is because it was mentioned my cousin always planning activities with people and she gets so much out of life. And she also said that she's always got something going on, so there is a sense of admiration towards that. For number 3, the answer is E. Having the courage to follow your dreams. Now in the extract, the speaker said, I really admire my uncle because he wasn't afraid to make big changes in his life. Okay, so again, the speaker also said he decided to do the one thing that he'd always wanted to do, give up his job and travel around the world. So that's the reason why the answer for number 3 is E. Now the answer for number 4 is B. Always seeing the best in people. Now in this extract, the speaker said it's amazing that she can see past their bad behavior and focus on the good parts of their personalities and what they do well. I'm really proud of her for that. So the word proud is there, showing admiration again. For number 5, the answer is F. Coping well at a difficult time. Now, in this extract, the speaker said that I really admired the way he dealt with it. And then he also said that he stayed calm and carried on with his normal life because he doesn't believe in worrying. So, how do you find the listening activity? It's not too easy, but not too difficult, isn't it? Because of the possible options given. But this is not going to be the only listening activity. This is the first activity, so we will have more listening activities in every topics that we go through. So, See you next time. Assalamualaikum and goodbye.